Good afternoon. Welcome to Half Hour Spring Power. We're gonna have a nice mix of Pilates and Barre today. So we're gonna start on the floor, and then we have chairs waiting to kind of pull up as we make our way to standing for the second half of class. So let's get started. We're gonna start down on the floor, on our backs. So with both the Pilates and the Barre, kind of a couple of things to remember as you go are to think of connecting your breath with all of the movements, and I'll give you lots of cues, kind of a direction to inhale and a direction to exhale that will keep you from holding your breath, which is a really common thing to do when you're exercising, especially if it has anything to do with core work. So we don't want to tense and we don't want to hold our breath, but we want to keep everything open and moving and breathing as we go. And then we're strengthening in the very best way. So we're on our backs with our knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Relax your arms down by your sides. Make sure your shoulders have lots of space between them and your ears. So think of having a nice long neck here. Opening the front of the body, keeping that all relaxed. And we're going to start with just the legs. So placing one leg at a time into that tabletop position, feeling your lower back grounded into the floor nice and safe. And remember, at any time you can come back to this kind of home base because your abdominals are what's keeping that lower back grounded. So coming back to this home base will keep your core strengthening, keep it awake and working. If you feel your lower back starting to arch away from the floor, that's when you know you need to come back and reset here at home base. All right, with the legs starting, we're gonna send one leg out to the front and then the other leg out to the front. So any amount of weight that we send away from your midline, your core is having to work a little bit harder to maintain your pelvis in that same nice protected position. Shoulders easy. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in for one set. And then out for the next set. Take your time. Again, breathe in for one set. And then breathe out for the next. Let's go ahead, if you feel safe, rolling the head up and forward, reaching the fingers forward. Continue that same back and forth with the legs. Easy neck, you can turn your head a little bit side to side. Keep it all loose. Nice breath in and out. 2 more sets. Breathe in and out. And roll everything down. Hug the knees into the chest. Relax the lower back. Let it lengthen out. And a little rock side to side. Nice massage for that lower back. Good. Let's place the feet on the floor and work the upper body now. So as we start to work the upper body, keep the legs as relaxed as you can. Keep the feet relaxed on the floor. So we're going to roll that head up and forward again, reaching the fingers forward and keeping the head in place. Take a deep breath in, send the arms back behind the head, and then ease them back to the front. So the further back you take your arms, the more that core has to turn on to support you. So careful where you take them. And don't hold your breath. So we connect it. Take a deep breath in, reach back. And exhale, bring it forward. And inhale. And exhale. 2 more like this. Breathe in and breathe in. And breathe out, lower everything down, relax. Let's go for a long body stretch. So reaching your legs out long, arms up overhead. Relax the belly. And then easing those legs back into position, arms back down by your sides. We're going to do a series of circles in different positions here. So go ahead and place that pelvis in that nice grounded place. And we're going to send one leg out to the front, and we're going to start some circles as if your leg was just a nice pencil reaching forward, and you're going to draw circles out on the wall in front of you with the tip of that pencil, your toes. You don't have to lock and tense, you're just lengthening as you circle. Good, we're going to continue those circles. If you want to add the upper body position, rolling the head up and forward, reaching the fingers forward, keeping the hips as still as you can. You can slow this circle down if you're feeling like you're wobbling. Let's breathe it in for 2 circles. And then big exhale for 2 circles. 2 more sets here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Here's our last set coming up. Don't speed up. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then hug that knee into the chest. Relax the lower back a little, rock side to side. Stretch it all out. And then place that first foot down. We're going to switch sides here. So start with that nice safe pelvis, lower back grounded and lengthened. And then sending the opposite leg out in front of you. Take your time exploring what's going to happen with that circle. So throughout your circle here, different parts of your core are turning on and engaging, especially as you go out to the side on that circle. So there's no hurry, it's quality over quantity. And if you want to add the upper body here, rolling the head up and forward, reaching the fingers forward. Nice steady hips. And let's link the breath. So let's breathe in for 2 circles. And then out for 2 circles. And again, breathe it in. And breathe it out. 2 more sets here. Breathe in. And breathe out. And here's the last set. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Lower everything down. Hug that knee into the chest. Relax the hip. Little roll. Lengthen out the back some more. Good. And placing that foot down on the floor. All right, let's do some bridges. We're going to start with that tilt backward of the pelvis and then float the belly, float the hips up in the air any amount. And when you get to the highest point that you're comfortable with, you reverse that direction and sink it back down. So we're going to breathe the bridge up with the inhale. And soften it down with the exhale. No hurry here. So we're working on slow, coordinated movements, and then we'll build on that as we go. Big exhale. And breathe in, float the hips up. And breathe out. 2 more like this. Float it up. And down. And now for this last one, we're gonna hold the hips in a comfortable place. So figure out where that is for you. You don't wanna go too high to where there's any tension in your lower back, so careful there. We're gonna shift your weight onto one foot and send the opposite foot right out to the front. So that leg is low, your knees are staying at the same height, and then ease that foot back in. Same thing on the other side, floating that hip, sending the foot forward, and then ease it back in. So if you had kind of a book across the front of your hip bones, your book wouldn't fall off because your hips are staying level. Take a deep breath in as you send that foot forward. Big exhale as you return. And breathe in, send that foot forward. And exhale to release. And breathe it in. And exhale. Let's do one more on each side. Easy shoulders, easy neck here. And last time on the left, reach. And bring it in slowly, lower those hips down. And let's draw both knees into the chest. Lengthen out the lower back and roll it a little bit side to side. Good, lowering one foot to the floor. Let's just lengthen out the hamstring, holding the back of the calf or the back of the thigh, whichever is more comfortable. Just a nice lengthening. You can curl that head up and forward. If you want to reach for the outside of that top foot, gently pulling the toes towards your face. Take a deep breath in and a big exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale, switch out legs. Sending that other leg up, holding behind the calf or behind the thigh. Then if you want to curl the head up and hold right here for 2 deep breaths. All the way in and all the way out. And breathe it in. And out. Good, soften that foot down. We're gonna roll onto one side, make our way towards hands and knees. So hands are somewhat underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're gonna continue that kind of theme of circles here. So just before we start, make sure your back is loose and open. Just enjoy a little bit of exploration here. Notice how your spine feels as you send it all the different directions it can go. So rounding and arching, side bending, and rotation. All of those things can be put together in unique ways. And then coming into your kind of center position, we're gonna gently contract the abdominals so that your lower back is lengthened. Imagine the way you felt when you were lying on your back and you lengthened that lower back. That's the kind of feeling you get when you just lightly turn on the abdominals, lengthen that lower back. Good? Let's send one leg out to the back so that that leg is in the same line as your back here. Lengthening that leg out. We're gonna start some slow circles. Now that pencil leg is reaching out and drawing some smooth circles on the wall behind you. Take your time. See how relaxed you can keep your shoulders, your neck, your upper body. Let's breathe it in for 2 circles. And breathe it out for 2 circles. And breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more sets here. Breathe in, keep lengthening that leg. Big difference between lengthening and locking. So locking will bring a lot of tension and overworking. Lengthening just makes the movement easier, especially when you're breathing with it. Okay, gently place that first leg down. Right back to hands and knees. Go ahead and stretch out a little bit here at the spine. Back to all three of those planes of movement. Flexion, extension, side bending, rotation. Lay around here for a second. Let go of any tightness. And then come back towards your center. Same position here, slightly lengthening the lower back. And then send the other leg out behind you, nice and long. And start your slow circles on this side. Take your time. Long back of the neck here. So if you feel yourself arching your head forward, you're going to build tension in your neck. So go ahead and drop your head. Look down. Lengthen the back of your neck. Connect the breath here. So breathing in for 2 circles. And then breathing out for 2 circles. And breathing in. And breathing out. 2 more sets. Breathe it in. And out. Here's our last set. Breathe in. And out. Nice. Lower that knee down. Let's tuck your toes underneath in the back. Take a deep breath in and float the hips up and back to a soft down dog. Bent knees. Shift the hips a little side to side. Loosen everything up. Stretch out the calves. Relax the hamstrings. You can put as much bend in the knees as you like. And then we're gonna walk the feet slowly forward. Maybe walk the hands a little forward too. Just making your way forward and have a little hang time here. Maybe grab opposite elbows, drop the head forward. And then let the belly start to roll you up to standing. Relax the back as you come. Shoulders and head are the last piece to come up. And we're standing. So let's grab our chair and bring it in. So just a little something to hold on to for balance and to remind us kind of what we're doing with our upper body and our legs as we go. All right, so same thing. Now we've transitioned to standing. It's really no different than when we were on our backs. You want to keep your upper body open and relaxed. You want to keep your legs as relaxed as possible. Think of lengthening the body and not tightening and shortening the body. Okay, so let's come to a neutral position. Toes pointed forward. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to soften down through the knees and the ankles. And then we're going to press up on the tiptoes. So only as far as you're comfortable with. Careful with your knees here. We're just floating up and down. Really feeling that kind of softness in the body and then lengthening it up. Big exhale as you plie. Inhale as you releve. 2 more like this. Exhale down. Inhale up. And once more. And then we're going to stay in this releve position here. Lengthen the body. You can stay right here and breathe. Or you can plie over those demi points, bend the knees, and then come right back up. And plie and up. So a little bit faster. Easy shoulders. Plie and up. Plie. Lift. And lift. And lift. Keep that lower back long. Remember that same feeling we had on the floor where it was grounded and lengthened and not arching. Same thing in standing. 3 more here. 2 and 1. Nice, come down all the way through the feet into a plie. Send one foot back and stretch out the calf. You can roll that ankle a little side to side, bend that back knee and then lengthen it out. Deep breaths. Good, switching out legs, other leg back. All right, so going into some leg lifts and some hinges forward. So as we hinge forward at the hip, same thing with the lower back. You're not arching your lower back. Your lower back stays long and in that same position. Your abdominals are keeping it there. So this is the kind of movement we're going for. Starting with one knee a little bit bent and forward. As you send that leg back, hinge forward, exhale, relax. Breathe in, bring it forward. And exhale, relax down. Good. So as you continue, you can keep that knee bent the whole time, or you can start to extend and lengthen that leg out as you hinge. Breathe in, up. Exhale, hinge. And breathe in, up. Exhale, lengthen. And breathe in. And exhale, easy shoulders and neck. 3 more on this side. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. One more time here. Lift up. And hinge it forward and relax that foot down to the floor. Little shift side to side. Relax your hips. And then we'll do the same thing on the second side. So opposite leg coming up, long back, abdominals awake. And send that leg back, hinge it forward on this side. And then round your way up. And hinge forward. And up. Playing around with maybe lengthening that leg out a little bit. And then bending the knee as you roll up. Easy hands on your chair. It's just light. You might be able to just go and have your hands barely resting. And hinge. And roll. Big exhale. Inhale it up. And exhale, drop forward. Inhale, up. Let's do 3 more on this side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one more time. Hinge forward. And roll it up. And drop that foot down. Relax through the hips and the knees. Little roll, side to side, rotate. Good. And we're going to come into our first position. So toes are opened out to the side. And if you bend your knees in this position, your knees would be right over your toes. Okay? So don't take your toes too far back. All right? So when you bend your knees, you're nice and safe. Long back. So we're just going to do some Demi Plies here. A little softening of the knees out. And then breathe everything up. Exhale, plie. Inhale, up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Good, we're going to stay in that little bend of the knees if you're comfortable here. Good, take your back arm out to the side. We're going to bend towards the front, stretch out the waist, and then come right back up. Exhale, bend, and up, and bend, up, and bend, up, do 3 more like this. 1 and 2 and 3. Lower that hand to your chair. Other arm goes out to the side and reach it up and bend to the side. Those knees are still slightly bent. Your lower back is long and your feet are grounded into the floor. And side. Come up tall. And side. Tall and side. Tall. Side. 3 more here. 1 and up. 2. Up. 3. And bring everything up tall. Relax the feet back into neutral position. Drop the arms by your sides. Send them out and up overhead. And interlace those fingers. Open the chest. Nice big stretch. And slowly relax the arms down by your sides. Good. You did it. We did it. Half hour, spring power. It's so fast. I know. Okay, that's it. I hope you feel nice and tall and kind of lengthened and stretched out. I hope you breathe your way well through the rest of your day. And we'll do some more later. So this is Monday. Tomorrow we have Tai Chi at 10:30. We have Unwind Yoga at 6:30, a new time if you want to join us then. Thursday we have chair class. Friday we have back care class. And there's a couple other ones thrown in there too. So I hope you enjoyed and pick out another class if you like. We'll see you next time. Bye.